Hey guys, I'm going to start off just a little bit earlier today, and just going to first start off with a little prayer because I need it this morning. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for another day and another opportunity. It is a good day, and I am so thankful and grateful for the things that I have. Thank you for your kindness and your mercy and your grace upon us. In the name of Yeshua, Jesus, amen. Okay, starting this off with, put this down. Okay, so last night I was doing a little bit of trading and ended up getting stopped out, hitting my stop losses. That is the emergency ejection for me. I'm not supposed to hit those things, but the market just started running on me. And then I managed to get myself into like this little free trade last night before going to bed. And then the market tapped out my... Am I showing you guys the right thing here? I just want to make sure. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Back up. Right in here, I was short up in all these spots in here. So shorting. The market just took off, hit my stop losses right in here, which is fine. That's just part of it. And then so I actually started building for the other side because it was looking really strong. To the euro dollar was starting to head back up, so I started building into a little long position before bed. Well, right in here, the market just tapped out my free trade, and then it ran another 80 pips. So it's double crossing me today. That's how things are starting out, but not to be dismayed. You cannot be offended by the market. So now here we are, pulling back 20 pips into this huge bull run. So it's hopefully there'll be lots of opportunities now because of this run. This is a super good indication that people have come back from the holidays and the volatility is coming back in. So this is super annoying, but it's also really good that people are back, which means there's going to be lots of opportunities to trade. So just keep your rules in place and then take advantage of those opportunities. So I'm already going to start getting into this because this is a good spot to start buying. And I'm going to mark up my charts as I go. So I'm starting this session out at 97.76. Man, it's so annoying because my very first day in the new year, I hit my stops, and like I felt like I just finished recovering and getting back up to the 10K mark, and then I just got stopped out again last night. So here I'm 97.76.34. I'm gonna just go over and write that down so I know where I'm starting off today. What's important is that we just make a little money going forward from here and don't worry about what happened in the past. So here's the 5-minute chart. I'm going to be buying because I should back out and do my top-down analysis. Here was the past few weeks in this downward bearish run, and then here we've got these massive 2 candles on the daily. We've now just fully swapped over to the bull side and we're running up, so that's kind of an easy one. This is a really good transition right in here. You can, on the daily chart, we got a good pretty clean 3-bar reversal, so a lot of people have done really well on that trade last night. Unfortunately I didn't, but so here we are. going, I'm going to just stay on the long side probably today. Unless it gets super overextended, maybe I can short some of these highs, but I doubt it. That'll happen, and I actually probably don't want to go against the pressure for today. So I'll probably just be staying on the bull side. So we'll go back down into the smaller time frames. I also need to get used to checking my chat. Come on, what's going on? Okay. Okay, here's the 5-minute chart. My stop losses are down here. These are emergency injections. Hopefully not going to be coming into those today. There's lots of new support points coming in for this trade setup. So this is going to be a really strong one in here. Also going to have good opportunities in here to go long. And right where we're at too. So there. And then if it does break down below here, just have to pause, and I'll let the market probably float a little bit. I'll be careful to add my positions. Just be sure to not oversize in this area. But if it does break down below there, there's still a really high chance that it's going to come back up. So I'll just be reevaluating if we come down and break this spot. But for now, just be hitting the longs all through this zone. And as we make new data points on the 1-minute chart, I will use those and look for more entries. So here we are in the 1-minute chart. And here's our support points. So now we're looking to go long again when it gets back down to these lows. It's my second layer. And then my third layer will be down here on these support points. And so it's just getting there now. Just want one little last push. It should try and break these lows, so I'm just going to try and get it right on the bottom. There we go. There's my second layer. My third layer is going to be in here. And then here's another spot here in this, the tops of this area. So here's another 1, 2, 3 more layers to work with. So, and then probably today I'll get to, yesterday I didn't get to like really show how I manage my risk. I mean, my stop losses were a way of risk management last night, but with the way that I trade, I'm not ever really trying to hit those stop losses. So I'm hoping to just demonstrate real-time risk management where I show you how I'm taking my losses when the market's coming back to me. So as this market runs down into these levels, I'll be taking longs, but also as they bounce and I get some upward pressure, I'll be taking losses on the top side of these as well. So there should be some good opportunities to do that today. Just bouncing off my target at the moment. Also today I'm going to have to cut my session just a little bit shorter. I've got an appointment I got to get to in the later part of the morning, so I've got about an hour and a half with you this morning. Then I'll have to take off. Oh, I forgot. I should also be checking the news. Alright, looks like took profit on that first one. That is my cat saying hello. So if this comes back into these lows, get to go long again. This is my procedure. And second profit target, which is good. It's good volatility today. Finally, the past few weeks have felt like the volatility is just not coming back, but it seems like it's here. I'm just going to switch over and check the forex factory, see what's going on today. The Bank of Europe Governor Bailey spoke last night, and I wonder if they said something really positive or bullish for the euro. I'm thinking there must have been something that was said in there, because yeah, when those guys speak, they move the market a lot, so that might have been what happened last night for an 80 pip run. But I don't know what was said. But otherwise, for the rest of today, 10:30, S&B Chairman Schlegel speaks on the franc. That's probably not going to affect us too much, or affect me on the euro dollar. So nothing really to watch out for the rest of today. I missed the one little trade setup all over there at Forex Factory. I could have got along it right there, and I just missed it. Also, with a trend this strong, I may take off my targets to see if I can get a little bit more profit on my targets, depending on the setup. So I'll talk my way through that. Like, this is turning into a really strong turn on the 1 minute chart right now. But my rule is also I don't take trades on the break. So I need a pullback before I can go long. But on the next one or two, I might take my take profits off to let the trade run a bit. And then I'll show how I manage my exits on those. So now if this trade breaks to the upside, I'll have to wait for a pullback before I can get in long again. And on that, I'll go into that one pretty good too, because that's a super high probability trade. On the long term, on the 15-minute chart, it's turning back up. I should go over 5 or 15 is turning. So here's a 3-bar reversal just starting on the 15-minute chart right now. Oh, it's early in the candle, so actually it may not take off here. We'll see. It's just a good spot for it too. On the 5-minute chart, it is. It has made a pretty solid turn on the 5-minute chart now. So, see if I can squeeze into a trade setup in here. So if this pulls back into here, right into here, I can go long again. And I definitely just want to be on the long side with as many opportunities as possible. Take profit off of that one. So now this volatility is picking up in here. So we should see a bigger move come into the market. You see the speed of this candle really starting to pick up. That should offer a bigger candle coming. I'm going to take my next trade here. No, it's just a tiny bit too early. Right in here. That's a good spot. And I'll take my third. My third layer down here. Right in these lows. Okay, start to build my third layer. I should have spread my trades out a little bit more when we were in these lows. I forgot that these lows were over here, so I should have just spread these out over into this line. So I can't really take any more trades here now. I'm just gonna have to wait for it to come down to these next levels. Which is fine. And so my next layer, I've got to spread out between these levels, but I have 8 trades to place. So my first layer was 1 trade, my second layer was 2 trades, my third layer was 4 trades, my fourth layer will be 8 trades, and I'll spread that across here. But then if the market continues down still from there, I've got 2 more layers of trades I can add in, which I'll save for down in here. And then my stop loss is the ejection, but I shouldn't get there. But my stop losses are there in case, and the moment it hits my first stop loss, the whole position needs to close. That will be for a 2% loss on this account. So even if, for some people, they may look at this and say, hey, you're doing martingale. I'm not really martingaling. And I'll show you as I start to get some profits, I'll show you how I mitigate risk and take off losses manually. But in the odd rare case, if it kept running, I have my stop losses there in case. So I'm going to just start slowly adding here. I've got 8 to put in here. So I'm just going to spread my trading layer, my positions over time, and just kind of slowly add them in to the zone. And hopefully I'll find a bottom. Seems like here on the 1-minute chart you can see that these candles are slowing down as they try and continue down. They're trying to keep going down, but the momentum is slowing to the downside. And so that's given me reason to start finding that there could be a bottom in here, which correlates with these support points back here. So add my second trade in here. And any that pushes down, I'm going to try and pick up the bottoms. So if it pushes down again, I'll add more into my position. On the 1-minute chart, I am trying to buy the dips. So I didn't quite get in enough trade size. I haven't found the bottom yet. You can see it just took out 1 trade, but as this comes back down, I'll just keep adding into this and hopefully recycling this area a few times, and I'll start to chip off some of my losses on the top side. And that is how I mitigate my risk. So any of these down pushes, going to zoom back in here a bit more. took another target. Didn't give me a chance to get enough in. Like, I really want it to go against me here so I can stack into my trades. So now as this market crosses back over this red line, that support, or it's currently resistance, it's bumping into, but if it starts holding over that red line, then it becomes a new support. Oh, here's an opportunity. Come on, Josh. Nice. See, that's the volatility we want. Wow. Well, that was a good trade setup. I'm not sure what's going on, but this is a serious bull market. Okay, something is happening in the world right now. What, pardon me, what is going on? Holy smokes. I've still got one trade on, so I'm going to ride that one out as much as I can, but here I'm going to mitigate my risk by trailing it up. I'm going to keep trailing it up on this one. Okay. Good little trade. Volatility is pumping right now. I'm going to start buying into this. I need to take these trade history off for now so I can see what's going on. That was a good little trade though. That trailed up for I made $10 on that one. On that one trade that kept going. It would have been kind of nice if I didn't have to take profits on all of them, but I did not know that was coming. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing that I was just doing, slowly adding into my trades. There we go. Wow, man, whatever is going on, it's offering up some good opportunities, but something crazy is going on right now. Let's see if I can see what's going on. And I just want to reiterate, like, your rules have to be so dialed in so that you're not wondering what you're going to do when a market does something like that. Like, you can see I operated very quickly, trailed up my stops, and kept my risk in check. And that was just within seconds. And the reason I can do that is because I've done it so many times. And it's so important to be super dialed in with your rules, because the market can catch you off guard. And if you're not prepared, it can take your money quick. And that's the difference between trading for income and investing. When you're investing, you're not making decisions this quick. You've got days to think about the choices that you're making. When you're trading for income like this, it's, yeah, all the principles of investing definitely apply, but the psychology of operating in these conditions is a whole different game. Okay, I'm going to just keep taking the pullbacks while this volatility is here. And you can see I don't really care which way it's going right now. With the way my method works, I just want it to go up and down. So this is perfect at the moment. So now if I can get a leg up through these take profits, I will take off my top trade for a loss, just to manage a little bit of that risk. Just take the risk off. Because all these bottom trades, they pay for that top trade. And so what happens is I can reduce my risk, and then the market can run down against me and gives me another opportunity to go down, gives me an opportunity for the market to run against me without as much risk. And that is a powerful spot to be in. So there we go. Just take a loss right there. And so I just made 3 trades for profits, which was equaled over $3, and then I took a loss for $2.50. So that is a good demonstration of taking my trades off in control. And see now if this market runs back down, it gives me another opportunity to go down, and I have less risk as it goes down again. if it just goes up, that's also fine. Could just take profit. But at this point, I kind of just want it to go against me. Another target hit. Just keep my finger on the trigger for a down push. Oh, I just missed one. There we go. Nice. Targets hit. All done. Awesome. Man, I could do this all day. I mean, it would be kind of nice after what it did to me last night. It'd be awesome if it would just keep going up and down like this. Gives me a, yes, giving me opportunities. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. More targets hit. Another pullback. Another pullback. More adding on. You gotta be careful not to add too quick. Now I gotta wait for these lows to come in. I'm just gonna be really careful and slow to add in here. If it breaks these lows, it could try and run back down and test down here, and I don't want to carry too much position size all the way back down into these lows. So I'm just gonna hold off for a little bit. Just let the market float around here for a bit and see what it does. And if I can grab a couple more targets, I'll take off another loss at the top side. Just to keep taking the risk. Just always chipping away at the risk, mitigating risk constantly. Whenever I get the opportunity to do that, I take the risk off. And that keeps me in a really high state of probability throughout my session. And if you can gain probability, you're in good shape. So tried to break down, it got rejected right away, and now we're getting a 1 minute a turn on the 1 minute chart right now as it breaks these highs right in here. And there's a couple targets hit, so I'll take off another loss. So I'll go into my history and show like I just landed 2 or 3 trades, and then I just took a $1.80 loss. And And I just keep doing that over and over. Well, especially when it market's moving. I wonder what happened there. That was a gnarly run. What was that run? It was, man, another 50 pips. Crazy. 50 pips spike. Oh. A Danish pension fund to exit U.S. treasuries. Wow. That's what happened. So they're pulling out of the U.S. treasuries. I guess that is a bullish thought for the euro dollar. But that was a crazy push. That right there, that 50 pip run up on a day like this is just almost specifically because there's a lot of traders back in the market. And that's good. That's a healthy market. So I can start getting back into here on these pullbacks. I'm just looking through some of the comments on Forex Factory. Just landed another target. That's good. People get so worked up. That's okay. Just keep going up and down, please. Any push down, I'm gonna buy it. And it's interesting, I don't think that the market will push higher than that pivot from now that it just made a few minutes ago, because on the daily chart, that candle has run its daily average by far now. It's exceeded its daily average. So there's a really good chance that the market has topped out there for the day. But we'll see. But I would say there's a good chance it's not going to go past there for the rest of today. Let's just have a look and measure that daily candle. So now it has run about 140 pips now for the day. I mean, it can keep going. It could run 200 pips if it wants. It could go all the way back up to these highs. So it could go further. But I'd say on average, it's run its average. So there's a good chance it won't go further. And I'm gonna look for reasons to go on the short side, but I just don't have them yet. Just happy to stay on the long side still. Buy it. Buy it. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm talking to myself. Don't do this. If you're going to follow along, which I think is cool, you can learn what I'm doing, but do it in a simulated environment. Don't do this in a funded real account. But by all means, trade this and practice. Even trading like this, like you need to practice these things. If this is what you want to do, you need to feel what it's like to trade at these higher rates of speed. Feel the emotions and feel what the market's doing. All these feelings are things that you need to get used to so that you can operate in these conditions. So practice makes perfect. Keep practicing. Just landed a couple more trades. I want to get into another layer back down there if it gives me that chance. If I can get into another layer down there, that'll give me an opportunity to take off some more longs for losses. I just didn't quite get into enough of them. Oh, Phoenix. Hey, I'm just seeing that you're coming in. I don't have my chat like super easily accessible, but nice to have. Oh, sorry, I had it muted, but nice to have you, Phoenix. I'm glad that you pulled in here. Yep, I'm super pumped to have this channel. I'm gonna just stay super consistent. I'm gonna be here every day for the coming weeks, and I'm just gonna keep demonstrating, and I'll just show people what I'm doing, and if I can offer any trading help or psychology help, I will just be happy to do that. I'd like to be able to provide value for traders if they want to come in, and so I'll just try and do that and see how it goes. Maybe get into some conversations. I'm so glad that you're here.
Storage room light on.
So I'm just taking some longs right at the bottom of this zone. It's trying to break down right now, but it was kind of just also at a good spot for it to bounce at the same time. So I was just buying some of the bottoms, landing a couple little trades, and I will just mitigate some losses. If you can just give me a little bit more. I want shave off some of the risk at every opportunity. and also get back into trades if it's gonna keep doing that. Oh man. So again, if I can get a few more of those longs again, I will shave off some of the tops and mitigate risk. So as I take a couple of those, I'm going to take another loss on the top side. And you can see there's a good section of wins again, and then a $3.80 loss, which is good. Bunch of wins, a couple losses. Just keep mitigating the risk, and if it comes down again, I'll just do it again. Or if it heads up, that's also good too. Coming into the top of the hour, we should see some more volatility step in. That should be good. So I just missed the opportunity to take off a couple losses in there. So I'm going to just be slow to add as this market tries to head down. So we haven't had a proper breakdown out of this little consolidation zone right in here. So now it opens up the door for the market to continue heading that way. And so I'm just going to be really slow to see how it gets down here, but I will get back into longs as it heads down into these lows. But I just want to be slow to do it, and I want to try and find the bottom wherever it ends up. I don't want to be too soon and be too heavy too quick. And just start adding into this buy position. Here we go. I'm gonna buy these bottoms too. There we go. So that layer's done. And any up push that I get now, I really need to start mitigating, getting rid of some of those losses on the top side. This market is starting to push down and get away from me. it's just slowly grinding away from me now, so I'm just gonna have to be really careful and slow how I add. I don't want to be adding too much as the market continues to go against me. I just have to be really strategic about how I do it. So right now, slowing down is the time. That's what needs to happen. And then there will be another spot where there's a consolidation and there'll be some up and down again. And when we get to that spot, that will allow me to start taking off some of my losses and mitigating risk. It's just a matter of time, and you need to be able to allocate your trades properly so that you can float some time and wait for it to get to its new consolidation area, and then you can start to chip away at some losses. So that's what I need to do. So if I get any pushback up, I'm just gonna have to start taking some losses on these top ones, because right now the market just, it really dropped. And it has run about 20 pips against me now. There should be a little bit of volatility at these lows, so I'll add a layer into here slowly. Thank you. Okay, so with any push up, any profits I can get, I've got to chip away at that loss. So there's another loss. There's a bit of a bigger loss, but I've got to just start getting rid of them because that market is starting to get away from me. So it's better to take the loss when the market's coming back to you than it is when it's going away from you. So that's okay to take that loss. I'll just do it again. If it gives me another opportunity to push down, I will buy it again. market's trying to make a turn now on the 1 minute chart. So if it comes back down, I'll buy again, and then I'll shave off more risk at the next opportunity, and I'll just keep doing that process over and over. But now we wait. I'm gonna carry just I'm gonna carry one trade in case it decides to keep on coming back up. I just want something still on there just in case. So we got a really strong turn on the 5 minute chart, super strong. Go back down to 1 minute. And it looks like we've got this V bottoming type pattern. When the market does this, this is a strong sign that it will continue up. So I'm going to just not take any more losses right now. But if it heads back down against me, I will get back into more longs, and then I'll take some more losses. So right now is a waiting game. I kind of wish I held on to one of my bottom trades that were down here, but that's okay. It's more important for me to take some profits so that I can take some losses and mitigate risk. So that's all about the risk mitigation technique that I use continuously while trading, especially trading for income. So I just noticed I lost connection with you guys. So I just want to say that last part again. You want to be matching the cadence of the market. And so I was moving quickly over in this area. I'm going to just put a little box around that area. In this zone, the market was really moving quickly up and down. And that was great. But as that broke and moved into a different phase, moved into a different set of conditions that are moving slower, so it's important to slow down your operation so that you can match the speed of the market so that you don't overextend yourself. And so it's a hard thing to learn to match the speed of the market, but your rules help to keep you in line. So rules and experience all together. Just gonna buy these dips. And then if it drops back down into here, I'll take more buys. And then take some more losses also. If it goes up from here, probably in good shape to go and hit these targets. If it goes down from here, that probability shrinks a lot, and so I'll have to be quick to make sure that I get my losses off as soon as I can. Just need to be really careful and slow to add because this market could drop from here. If it breaks these lows right in here, there's a good chance it will come and test these lows or even wick or whip down below those. So I'm going to just be really careful and super slow to add here. because I need some staying power if it's going to whip down. I mean, it may not even whip down, it may carry down and continue and follow through. My thoughts are, if it tries to break and it doesn't try, and if it tries to do it quickly, there's a good chance it'll be a whipsaw. So I just want to make sure that I'm able to ride through a whipsaw. We'll see what we get here. Should let us know in a few minutes if it's going to try and break down. Oh, it's stock market opened 2 minutes ago. So this is, it could reverse here too. If this tries to break down, there's a good chance it could be a whipsaw and then reverse back to the upside. But I don't know. It's good to run through the scenarios in your mind as to what could happen. And you want to run through the scenarios ahead of time so that you're not surprised when something happens and you're not caught off guard. Just barely missed that take profit. There it goes. Add back into that. So still good bit of movement, but it's like just missing my take profits now. So I gotta like really try and time my entries so that I get them at the bottoms so that I can make my profits inside this little consolidation zone. Because we actually do have this little consolidation in here, between here and here, that I can make money in. I don't know if everything's freezing or if it's just my trading platform. Oh, there we go. So it is riding into these lows. It's definitely, it wants to try and break down. So we'll see if it does it or not. If it bounces back up from here, the market should find itself back into this consolidation zone that it was in half an hour ago, or whatever that is, 40 minutes ago. How long is it? 50 minutes ago now, almost an hour ago. And I don't have too much more time before I've got to go to my appointment, so I hope I can close this up before having to leave, but I may have to run in 10 or 15 minutes. So I may not be able to finish off this session with you guys. Getting right into that time cycle and price cycle where this market should break down or break up from here. If we look at the shape of this market here, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 bars to make its decision. And so now we're back over here. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. So it's really showing us that that time cycle is saying that it should make its next move here in any minute now. So we'll see if it breaks down or whether it's going to break up, but it should do that any minute now, whether it's up or down. Kind of be nice if it was up. And I'm going to just take one target off of one of these bottom trades in case it does head to the upside, and I'll use that one as a bit of a bigger trade to mitigate some of these other losses if it does go up, but I really don't know. And here's the attempt to break down. So just pull up the 5-minute chart so you can see we've got these lows back in here to bring support in to hold this market up, but it really looks like it's going to try and break down. I mean, it's trying to right now, but if it start getting rejected, then there's a good chance it'll turn into a whipsaw and head back up. So just a waiting game. I don't want to add any positions while it's dropping, so it's just a waiting spot. So I'm just going to pull this back up here on the 1 minute chart so we can. There's the attempted break to the downside, popped right back up. So there's a really good indication that the bulls are still in the market and that they'll come back in and take us to the upside. So I'm going to buy a couple. As this dips again, I'm going to buy it a little bit. And I'm going to move a couple targets to the upside and manage them manually. We'll see what happens in here. And then I'm going to check the 5 minute chart. Let's see how that 5 minute bar closes. Got just a few seconds left, I think, on this 5 minute bar. So if this, okay, there's the 5 minute close, and the body closed up above these highs, or these lows in here. So that is a really strong indication that this market's going to head back up. It doesn't have to, it's just the signal that's coming in right now. It's now starting to get a 1 minute 3-bar reversal trying to come in here. But the big one will be is if it can break those highs. That's the 5 minute bar break. If it can stay above there, then that's a really strong indication that market's going to keep heading up. So hasn't done it yet, but we will see how this bar closes. Okay, didn't quite close above, just wicked above. There's another attempt. And we had where's the 1 minute bar close above this above these highs here, so that's a good sign. It's a really good sign. and a wick on the bottom of the next minute candle. So super strong probability that this market just heads all the way back up here. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it could come up into these highs pretty easily. Like any of these old highs back over here, there's a good chance it will come back up into there. So let's see. And if I can get this run up, that will definitely be it, because I got to get going. Got to get going very shortly. I know. Super close to being able to finish. So
Are you still on your video?
Hmm.
Are you still on your video?
Hmm. Okay. So I believe these highs are the 15-minute bar highs. So I'm going to just back out to the 15-minute chart and have a look. It's not quite. It's right around there. If we can get over that next line. Yeah, if we can hold over this line next, that's the next hurdle to get over. Oh, back down. Just buy that a little. I was hoping that was going to head up from there, but I guess it's not going to. Just measuring this run as an 8-pip run down. It's a good spot for it to bounce back up to. bit of a finicky spot. It's just not sure which way it wants to go here. Getting close to the top of the hour, which should bring more volatility again. And this next hour is usually a good busy hour, but I will have to leave as soon as in the next 4 minutes. I'm gonna have to just get off, and I'll just have to let you guys know what happens tomorrow. I'll be back in and hopefully be able to finish my session out completely tomorrow, but I've just got some other things I gotta do today, so. But will happen when I leave is this market's either going to go down and hit a stop loss, and then the whole position has to close for a loss, or the market does turn and start heading back up and starts taking some profit and add on to the profits for today. If I get time to manage the trade setup, if it does come down into here, I would probably start managing and trying to chip away at some losses in this zone, but I'm not going to be able to manage over the next hour or so. So I'm just going to be letting the market do its thing, let my trade setup do its thing, and just it will do what it's got to do. It will be profits or losses. But either way, I will let you know what happens tomorrow. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to leave you for now.